Biggest stars.
It's salacious.
The confessions of a porno queen.
It's sensational.
Kids Who Kill. A special report beginning Monday at 10 on News 8.
And sometimes it's silly.
It's time to fight back, Bakersfield. The enemy? The roach.
If it's salacious, sensational, or silly, chances are it's Sweeps Month, that period 4 times a year when local TV stations try to get the highest ratings so they can charge the highest prices for advertising. Often, stations use the sweeps to stage an orgy of hype designed to attract viewer attention. All those special news reports on prostitution and pornography. They look like news, sound like news, but...
Come on. A 5-part series on dandruff isn't news. But somehow people with dandruff will watch it.
Do a news report on anything, and chances are those involved will watch it, including the Nielsen families.
If you're not a Nielsen family, find out who these people are. After all, they control what you watch.
During last month's sweeps, KABC TV in Los Angeles aired a week-long report on the select group whose TV choices are recorded and used to determine the all-important Nielsen ratings. Apparently, the Nielsen families wanted to watch the competitors cried foul.
What they committed was, at the very least, unethical and at the very most fraudulent.
Critics joined the chorus.
The management consistently through the years have been evil geniuses. They find amazing ways to promote their news. Evil ways, but they're brilliant. You have to give them that.
If it was a promotional stunt, it failed. After days of controversy, KABC found itself the top story.
The Nielsen Rating Service has taken the unprecedented step of stripping Channel 7 of some of the high ratings we scored for our 11 o'clock news.
For KABC, it was not only embarrassing but expensive. Losing 1 week of ratings meant losing 1 ratings point, worth well over $1 million. KABC has hinted it may sue Nielsen. The rating service refused to talk to Nightline, and so did KABC. But the station did its own story on the incident, and in it, the general manager essentially admitted that the station had targeted the Nielsen families with its series.
I think that probably happened.
Well, damn it, that's what you're being accused of making a blatant manipulation of Nielsen families.
But there is nothing in the Nielsen policy that says you cannot do that.
Well, in fact, there is, sort of. The contract says any ratings-related features will result in a special note in the ratings book, saying the numbers may be tainted. Faced with just that slap on the wrist, more and more stations are pushing the rules as far as they can.
John and his wife were on hand to claim their prize.
And there are contests. This station in Knoxville offered news viewers a free boat. A Milwaukee station had a news contest with $1 million in prizes. Here in Minneapolis, the ratings game has always been competitive, but friendly, sort of a duel between gentlemen. Well, that gentleman's agreement fell apart very quickly last month when one of the local stations sent letters all over the city, along with what the station called a research project. The mass mailing said that in order to answer the survey questions, people should watch KARE Channel 11 for a week, especially during the late news.
It is simply, undeniably, indisputably, ratings rigging, distortion. It's an attempt to get people to watch a newscast under the guise of doing kind of your civic duty of helping out this research company. And it's baloney.
But the man who dreamed it up offers no apologies.
We came up with a new idea that didn't fit into the notches that some old-line broadcasters understood. And since they weren't creative enough to come up with some new ideas on their own, they decided to jump on ours instead.
And unless the rating services deal with this kind of distortion, then I don't know what the future is for them. What kind of ratings can you trust?
It's a $10 billion question. That's how much advertisers will spend this year on local TV. How much each station gets depends on the ratings.
It's a business based on faith. And if we alter that, we're not going to have much of the business.
Changes are coming. This fall, Nielsen will begin using its People Meter, a mini computer considered more accurate in measuring who's watching what than the current handwritten diaries. Others say the sweeps should be dumped in favor of year-round ratings. Meanwhile, the competition is escalating.
Greed is overcoming ethics. We don't think anything about it when it occurs between car dealers. When it occurs between television stations, we get all excited.
Should we?
Yeah, sure we should. We should expect a higher degree of morality from the people who run television stations simply because they're guests in our homes every night.
But if you blame the guest, blame the host, too.
Is that people tune in again and again and again. Even after they're taken, they tune in again and again and again. So what can you say? What can you say about viewers who do this? You have to wonder about their IQs. And who ultimately is to blame? Not television, but it's the people who watch this week after week after week.
I'm going to blow my brains out right on the air, right in the middle of the 7 o'clock news.
Get a hell of a rating, I'll guarantee you that.
Things haven't gone that far yet in real life, but the excesses increase as the stakes do. And perhaps the anchorman in the movie was right when he predicted that it will only stop when the viewers say that they're mad as hell and they're not going to take it anymore. Judd Rose for Nightline in Los Angeles.